democratic leader. I think people should be involved in making decisions, especially when it affects them. And I think for something like the MSC, where you have a lot of talented, skilled people working together, it's really important that you get people to share their ideas and share their ways of solving things. Working in MSC 37 and 38 showed me that a lot of problems and a lot of creative solutions can be come up with just by asking people, like, what do you think? What's your opinion? Give me your input. So that is the kind of leader that I like to think I am and will continue to be. UPCM is already great, but as always, there's room for improvement. And I think that as a council and as part of the student body, we should always remember that. So what I envision for UPCM this year is a college that is like a home, that will be a home for its students and will help provide avenues for growth. I envision a college that, through building up its students, will be able to maintain its legacy as the premier medical school in the country, as well as the only one that's directed to serving the underserved. Because if you think about it, it's really up to us. Like, it's up to us medical students who are in UPCM right now to maintain this legacy, and I think that we have to start striving to live up to that right now. So what I want is that we provide students with avenues for development, academically, socially, holistically, so that all of us, each and every student in UPCM, will become a 5-star physician. Wow. Mahirap ang tanong na to, but when I talked to a previous section who I really admire, they told me that as a Secretary General, it's actually quite hard to shine or to really be remembered, because while it's fulfilling and it's a lot of work, I mean, sections do a lot of work, and it's mostly internal work, like it's mostly background work. So, I mean, you don't really see like a section giving speeches or representing the college externally or whatever. So I guess the truth is that I don't need my turn to be remembered personally. But I do want MSC 39 to be remembered as a mission vision-oriented student council, one that really bridged the gap between itself and the students, as well as, of course, the administration, the faculty, and our alumni. So I'll play my part in that by doing my job the best that I can, by making sure that everything in the council is running, and what's more, running well talaga. Communication. For me, communication is always super important, but it becomes even more important when there is a conflict. So for me, personally, I think I would just try to approach the person/persons I'm having a conflict with, and I'll ask them rin to explain their side, because baka naman may naisip sila na hindi ko naisip or something, so that's why they're doing what they're doing. If I'm wrong, then I will most likely apologize for what I did, and but if I still feel like I chose the right path, or like parang, yeah, I'll explain to them rin, like I'll explain to them my side, and I'll tell them parang ganito yung idea ko, and this is why I did what I did, and that's why I think that what I'm doing is right. I don't think there's any government anywhere that isn't flawed somehow. I mean, there's no perfect government, there's no perfect administration, but I think that what the question is trying to imply is that parang there reaches a point na government forgets its mandate, that ultimately it's supposed to serve its people, or like it does more harm than good. In a case like that, I think what you have to do to control or eradicate those flaws would really be vigilance. Parang Harry Potter, sorry. Like constant vigilance talaga, because I think that all members who are part of a government, for instance the MSC, has a duty to always be aware, like to always be mindful of any problems that may come up, or any detours from it reaching its ultimate goal, which is to be a voice of the students and to serve its students. So if I am elected and in my term of section I see a flaw in our government, I'll speak up and I'll raise my concerns about it. I will fight for what I believe in, and what's more, I'll encourage everybody in the MSC, as well as the student body, to do the same. Furthermore, I will ensure transparency, because I think that if a council is transparent, it will serve as a deterrent to any self-serving interests that may occur in our term. If I could write a song about UPCM, love, and cats collectively, it would probably start with me describing how I'm not that fond of the cats. Ayoko sila dahil wala lang, natatakot ako, bigla na lang nandun sila, or like, also ayoko rin parang how they eat my friend's food, they eat my food, tapos parang nag-guilty ka, so kailangan mo sila pakainin. But then eventually, I think as the song progresses, siguro mga second verse or something, it would be like, ay, mga cute pala yung mga cats, tapos like parang mabait naman pala sila, you know, you're always kind of there, and I guess in some ways, like parang there are some cats that we really look out for, like yung black cat yung sa Calderon, yung nanay cat na nag-give birth malapit sa DSLR, yung mga ganon. And then, like parang the last verse or something would probably tie it in about, like, to make it the whole song a metaphor about love. And how, you know, at first parang strangers kayo, minsan like parang you don't like him, or he doesn't like you. Tapos bigla na lang slowly, like bigla na lang, ay, my feelings. Tapos next thing you know, like wala na, you love him na, and it's too late. Too good. Ay nako, so, shy type ako eh, so feel ko hihintayin na lang kita. Seriously, I'll just wait for you. Sorry, pakipot ako eh. Ay nako, feel ko hihintayin na lang kita forever.